Hello, my friends. I hope now we have a better sound. I don't know, we had some problems, but we try to give you the best possible, the best possible things for live streaming. And this is something, my friends, this is something that has never been done before in Greece. Okay, it's very difficult task. It's not easy. We are very proud and we are grateful for your love and your support. We are doing our best. We are doing our best. Today, this setup basically took a lot of hours from our schedule, but you deserve it because you give your love to us, you support our channel. We try to do some things that have never been done before, not only in Greece, but worldwide. As you have already seen, in Greek table tennis scene, we have definitely some of the best players worldwide. And basically myself, I try to improve a lot. I am in amateur level and I am learning all the time, secrets, techniques, and I try to share these things with you. And that's why, it's always, it's not easy to do this kind of things and to do them in live streaming. I try to give you the best results possible. Here I put some background of our supporters as well. Thank you, Kus Group. Thank you, Table Tennis 11, the best equipment worldwide. Today, this live is the first time that this conversation basically is being opened from our channel worldwide. And this is something very, very, very important. And I tell you this, don't neglect it. People lose tournaments because of this, because now the new generation table tennis is basically concerned more about fast-paced games. But as you all know, for us and basically for most of the people, table tennis is more than a sport, is a lifestyle. So let's have a look now. We are about to start, but before we start, I like to communicate with you. I hope you like some sounds. Let's have a look. I think this music looks good. I don't know if you can listen both music and me talking. I think it would be a good experience, after all, that's why we love live streaming and we love communicating with you. We have some nice music for you as well. And we try to promote table tennis from Greece worldwide through our unique style. Of course, sometimes we don't succeed a lot, but again, this is part of a life. I am Thomas Kouskioris, my nickname is Kous, and just before we start, thank you very much for your love. Thank you for your support, for your cheering. And I will pass you a little bit in our supporters as well, so you hear about them, okay?
Thanks for subscribing and the
Thank you
overall
for your
support
love.
and love for our channel. Don't forget, you can always achieve your goals the Kous way.
So, my friends, here we are. We are ready. I think the sound is okay, eh? Spiros, is the sound okay? Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. I have Spiros with me, supporter. Huge respect for Spiros. Basically, we have two Spiros in our team. I'm very grateful for these persons. Without them, I couldn't have achieved anything in the communication with you in live streaming process, of course. I would like to thank Aris Nikias. Thank you, Aris Nikias. All the team there, top players, top contributors in the table tennis scene. Of course, Stavros Retakos, my coach, legend, Daniel Tsiokas, a lot of people there as well. I would like to thank all the players that we encounter with, and we have some good battles. I'm honored to play with them. Forgive me sometimes if I scream a lot. I mean, my apologies. I try my best. It's very difficult to compete against them, so I give 100%. I try to give 100% of my strength. So I think we are in a good atmosphere right now. I want to give you the best. I would like to thank you also for making our channel the #1 in Greece. Yes, my friends, we have more than 300,000 subscribers. Our YouTube mostly channel has more than 300,000 subscribers. Can you imagine it? I mean, this is uncanny if you consider the fact that Greece basically we have not more than maybe 5,000-6,000 players. But of course we are grateful of other countries as well. We have people from all around Europe, from Asia, from India, from Korea. So I think this is a good atmosphere to have all these people communicate with us. And what I have noticed is that basically people, they want reality, you know. They like the mistakes, but sometimes happen in the live streaming processes and all this stuff. So it's really good that we are able to communicate with all these people, and we are about to start. So we are ready. Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome, table tennis fans. Today we are focusing on a change in our sport that is stirring up quite the conversation. This is very, very important conversation, and we are very grateful we are opening it. This conversation has to do how refs are passing the ball during the games. This is very, very important conversation, and we are very grateful that we are doing this conversation with you. If you join just now, we are about to start. We always delay a little bit, not because we don't respect you. We respect a lot of your time. We respect the fact that you are watching us and you are sharing our thoughts with us. But believe me, it's very difficult to be able to do this thing, live streaming and communicate with you. So, as I said earlier, I am Kous, and just before we start, a final look, I believe, should be fine. Everything is under control, so we are very happy. Let me, okay, this is out of the way. So, let's start, my friends. Today, we are focusing on a change in our sport that is stirring up quite the conversation. Have you noticed how players aren't picking up the ball themselves anymore during matches. This is something very, very important. That's right. Referees are now giving the balls directly to the players. This might seem like a small tweak, but it has big implications for the game, the players, and yes, even the sponsors. Let's unpack this. I will stop a little bit in the sponsors. Nobody wants to sponsor or support an athlete nowadays if he doesn't get or if she doesn't get a good coverage. Why somebody should give his money, okay, for somebody that is not getting the coverage either in a tournament or in a social media, but the main focus is having coverage during the tournament. Let's talk a little bit, let's go in the past. We're going to talk about the tradition of table tennis, okay? I think how we are going on with sound, Spiros, everything is okay? Thank you, my friend. So let's talk about the tradition. In the traditional table tennis, back in the day, part of the game's charm was watching players retrieve the ball themselves. It was a moment where the pace slowed and players had the chance to catch their breath and strategize. They could build strategies. I mean, don't tell me you don't enjoy watching legends like Malong or Jan Zayk walking down the hall, walking down their table tennis corridor, I would say, like they are kings in the castle and picking up the ball. It's so stylish, okay? So for spectators in the arena, it was a chance to see their favorite players up close and adding to the excitement and drawing out the experience. I mean, when you're going in a table tennis venue and suddenly you have the ability to witness how Malongs move, how legends like Zanzica moving all around the place, I mean, it's awesome. The feeling is awesome because basically they don't approach the whole table tennis as a sport. They approach it as a lifestyle, and this is the beauty. But nowadays we see something very, very strange. But okay, I understand it in an area that okay, we do the games faster, the matches finish faster from the moment we have the players be given the ball directly from the referee, but we are losing a lot of things. But we are going to explain about it and talk. So, for the new practice, let's have a fast forward to now, right now. And we've got a new practice in place. Referees hand the ball to players, which definitely speeds up the game, okay? It's efficient, sure, but it's also changing the rhythm of play. This thing is changing the rhythm of play, is changing the pace of the game. So, a match between two top players can be over in as little as 15 minutes. I mean, can you imagine it? You've paid for a full table tennis experience and it's over before you've even settled in your seat. This is something very, very important. I mean, it is not correct entering in a venue and suddenly you see that the referee and even the players of the younger generation nowadays, they are asking all the time a new ball from the referee, and this thing basically is changing the whole experience. And I will tell you that this is very bad for sponsorship and coverage. This weak pace isn't just affecting the spectators. I mean, we have two types of spectators. We have the spectators that basically are inside their web, inside YouTube, and they are watching, and they want basically in 5 minutes to see the whole match. Basically, these spectators, they want to go fast to the result. But this is, of course, not very good for the sponsors, because the things that the sponsors want to approach and basically promote is very difficult to do it when you have a very, very fast-paced game. So, what we see now? Nowadays, we see shorter matches, okay? And the exposure the sponsors are getting is reduced. Those logos and banners around the arena, they are not only on screen, and basically these logos, they are not only on screen while we are filming table tennis events, they are everywhere. But basically they are not on screen for long. They are not on screen for long time, and this could lead to sponsors rethinking their investment. So supporters basically will rethink their investment, and why should I give money sponsoring a table tennis athlete? From the moment the table tennis community creates games that they have very fast pace, and from one part they are good for the overall experience of the final, I would say, fast consumer customer, that he wants to see or she wants to see the result fast, but is not good for the sport. And basically is not, it will impact in the future the financial health of the sport. And basically, I will tell you why, because if you compare, for example, with athletes that are even running on a stadium, if you have noticed, during their warm-up, before they start their final run, before they start competing, we have a lot of times seen that we are filming some shoes they are wearing, the clothes, their style, their attitude, the way they move. So basically, we are filming all the lifestyle. And this is something that used to happen in table tennis. And suddenly we see slowly, starting from top level, world table tennis level, but it's not happening anymore. And basically, this is why we notice it, because we believe in the long term, it won't be very good as far as sponsors have to do, because the sponsors will have to rethink their investment. And this is very, very important. So, also, something that is affected as well is the lifestyle aspect. There is more to it. There is more to it. Table tennis has always been more than a sport. Table tennis has always been more than a sport, my friends. It's a lifestyle. The endurance, the strategy, the mental and physical dance of a prolonged match. All of this reflects the culture of table tennis. It's about the build-up, the anticipation, the shared experience that extends beyond the table. With matches ending so quickly, we are losing a piece of that culture. I mean, don't tell me you don't enjoy watching Malong walking around the table with Van Zedong or Zanzak or all these people that basically they promote table tennis even from the way they walk during the matches. So in the past, basically we had a king's walk. Remember how it used to be? A player would walk down to retrieve a ball, okay? He was like a king in their court, and the crowd watching in anticipation. It was almost theatrical, okay? The way they would use this time to gather thoughts, to prepare strategies, to prepare for the next rally. The crowd could feel the tension, the excitement, and all this would build. That is missing right now, okay? The matches are finishing extremely fast, and the games become a series of rapid fire exchanges with no time for the drama to unfold. I mean, we want to see the stars walking down the corridor, walking around the table tennis tables, okay? This is very, very important, very, very important. And basically, I don't know, but I believe a lot of you would agree on it, because it's something very, very nice. And I think, yes, thank you. Definitely some of you agree, I believe. But we will see in the future. Now, we have two kinds of spectators, as I said earlier. And basically we have the web spectators, okay, and we have a live audience. For those watching online, okay, the quick matches might be convenient, as I said earlier, but for the live audience who've come from the experience, who've come from far away to see and feel the atmosphere of a live match, it's not the same. They have to experience the thrilling live matches, and they want to share the moments and see, not just watch a highlight reel. I mean, this is very, very important. When you go in a table tennis venue and you have basically scheduled all your day and you say, okay, I'm going to go there and enjoy and see everything before the games, after the games, in between, how the players prepare. You want to feel the experience, so it's very, very important. But we always have to balance the old and new ideas. And it's very, very important. As we approach the end of our session, okay, let's think about balance. How do we keep the speed that modern viewers want, okay, especially the new generation? They want very faster paced games, but we want also to preserve the depth that makes table tennis a rich and rewarding experience. Could we consider alternative formats for matches? Or perhaps introduce new rules that extend the play without losing the pace? This is something that World Table Tennis and ITTF should reconsider. Let's move on now. This is very, very important. I see you have some comments. Thank you. I try to answer. Thank you very much for your love. Give me one moment. I hope you liked it. I hope you like this experience. Thanks a lot. It's not bad if you don't be shy. We are very grateful. You can send your comments, your ideas. We are an open channel here, okay? And basically we are loving table tennis a lot. So let's go now and talk about the player's perspective. How are they adapting to these changes? Are they missing the moments of strategy that picking up the ball offered? Or do they prefer to uninterrupted flow? Could this shift be affecting their performance and longevity in the sport? This is something very important. I don't know if you noticed recently, I am a huge fan of Ma Long. I don't know, most of us, I believe we are. all fans of Malong. And basically, we really hope he deserves, for me, basically to be in Paris for sure, and in the singles as well as in the team events. He has the best consistency ever, as you have noticed, as a table tennis player. But recently I noticed something, and this was the reason why I started doing this live stream today with all of you. I noticed that Malong didn't have so much time to think. And although he's very experienced player, sometimes these very small details make the difference even in top high level, like the level of huge legends and the GOAT Malong. I mean, the young generation players, they have nothing to lose, as you all know, and basically sometimes it benefits them a lot when we have a fast-paced game, okay? Because all of us, most of the young, if I would consider myself, I'm not so young, but most of the players nowadays, the younger generation, they are used in training a lot, multi-ball training, mostly with robot machines, and basically they don't have the same strategy the old players had. But for the old players to unfold this strategy, they need a little bit this extra time. So we are feeling really unhappy when we see that suddenly Malong takes his time a little bit to think, and we see the referee please pointing at him and say faster and faster and faster. I mean, okay, if we wanted a faster sport, then we wouldn't. Basically, the fastest sport on earth is table tennis, ping pong, the fastest sport on earth. But if we want to speed up things so much, then this is not enjoyable so much for the people that they want to see and communicate the whole sport as a lifestyle. And also it's not very good for the people who are watching the table tennis live streaming matches, suddenly to hear the referee saying please faster, please faster, please faster. And basically you see that if somebody wants a ball, they give the ball even faster than they asked for it. So this basically gives no time for the opponent to think, or even sometimes the player that wants to think, wants to do his strategy, basically when he's affected by the opponent asking the ball so fast, he does the same, and basically this creates a problem in the strategy. So what would be the role of technology, okay, in all this situation? Technology is advancing. Is there a place for tech in bringing back what seems like is startedly going away from the sport? Is there a place for tech in bridging the gap? Maybe innovations in how we broadcast matches could help. Imagine, for example, if we could use split screens, showing players' reactions close up while the game continues. This is very important. I mean, if you could see some close up of how the players behave during match, I believe it would be a good idea. Or if we could have picture-in-picture displays that give sponsors the visibility they need and they deserve. So, what about engaging the audience, okay? And I will tell you, this is very important. And what about our live audience experience? How do we keep the live audience experience? How do we keep the live spectators engaged during these fast matches? Perhaps it's time to enhance the in-arena experience with interactive features like live stats displays, player bios, or even audience participation segments during breaks in play. I mean, this would be a great idea. And I believe this would be very helpful for the sport in general. And what about the global perspective? Okay, table tennis is played worldwide. And this is the beauty of this sport. You can play it everywhere with different cultures, appreciating different aspects of a game. How are these changes are going to combine with this? And how are these changes are viewed globally? I mean, nobody else has done a topic about this thing. And this is something very, very important. Are we seeing a uniform acceptance? Or is there a pushback from regions that value the traditional aspects of a sport? Especially in my country, in Greece, I haven't seen a referee passing the ball. I haven't seen a player yet asking for a ball from a referee. So I'm very happy. Recently, we had a tournament that I won, and I believe, because I am honest with you, and I try to tell you always the truth. I believe, my friends, that if this game, if a referee was passing all the time the ball to either my opponent or myself, I wouldn't have won the tournament. So imagine when somebody that won a tournament 2 days ago says to you that, listen, if this was fastest, if this tournament had fast paced matches and the referee was giving us all the time the ball, then I would for sure have not won the tournament. And as we look to the future, we must consider the next generation. How will these changes influence young players who are just now picking up a paddle? Are we setting a precedent for a faster game, or can we instill an appreciation for the endurance and mental fortitude that table tennis has always demanded? What do we want to pass in the new generation? Do we want to do them robots? Do we want to say to them, okay, there are no legends? Basically, what you have to do is that you go in your club, play all the time. You have to approach this not as a lifestyle, but simply as a sport. And after you finish playing, you go home and do something else. And basically, I believe this wouldn't be a good idea for them, because basically they wouldn't be able to keep on, with this thing. So, as we are about to close, and I'm going to share some closing thoughts. And as we wrap up, remember that table tennis, my friends, is more than a game. It's a lifestyle. It's a symphony of spins, a ballet of bounces, and a duel of dexterity. It's up to all of us, players, fans, organizers, and sponsors, to protect the essence of our sport while steering it into the future. I encourage you all to keep this conversation going beyond this stream. Talk to your clubs, share your thoughts with organizations, and keep the dialogue alive on social media. It's very important, my friends. Don't forget it. Before we sign off, don't forget to hit like, share the stream, and subscribe if you haven't already. Your support keeps these discussions going and our community thriving. Let's continue to celebrate the sport of table tennis together. The best sport in the world, table tennis. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to our next live session. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and keep playing. But before I go, there's something very important I have to tell to you. And we have to do this comparison. And we owe this comparison to all of you. When we look at other sports like tennis, we see players taking their moments. Weeping sweet, breathing, talking to fans. It's part of the fun and the tennis way of life. although I don't like tennis at all. But this is their way and we have to respect it. Fans love this about tennis. Can you imagine what would happen in tennis if something similar would happen? Basically, the sport would be destroyed. But in table tennis, things are different now. Referees are speeding up the game. It feels like they are in a hurry to finish the matches quickly. And for us, this is something not very good. This rush isn't good for showing what table tennis is all about. It's more than fast hits back and forth. Table tennis is also about smart playing, trying to use your strategies, taking a little time between points, and the connection with people watching. All this rushing cuts the match short. It takes away chances for players to show off their skills and for fans to really get into the game. When games are too quick, we lose the special parts of table tennis, but makes it more than just a quick game. It's supposed to be a part of who we are, a real lifestyle. It's very important to bring the lifestyle spirit back to table tennis. And what is our conclusion? We've got a lot to think about. How do we balance efficiency with experience? How do we ensure table tennis remains a rich and vibrant lifestyle, not just a quick game? And what can we do to make sure sponsors, supporters, players, and fans all get the most out of our sport? As we continue this discussion, I would love to hear your thoughts. Please share your comments and let's keep this conversation going. And as we reach the end of our discussion, let's circle back to the core of what we've shared today. Table tennis, at its heart, is a dance of strategy and skill. It's a sport that tells a story, one that unfolds with each serve, each point, each game. But if we rush, my friends, through the chapters, we lose the essence of a narrative. We lose the suspense and the drama that builds with a well-played match. The joy of table tennis isn't just in the speed of play. It's the shared moments between points, the silent communication between player and spectator, and the anticipation of what each player will do next. If you have seen, my friends, the long matches that have happened between Malong and Van de Dog, Zanzica, basically all the legends, is a beauty to see them walking and picking up the ball themselves. Basically, this is the sport at its top for spectators. And basically, we could even have two videos and even one full match without even cutting it during the breaks, during the timeouts. We want to see the whole match. We love table tennis. We have to embrace the idea that slowing down can actually enhance the experience. We need to enhance the experience. By not rushing the games, we allow the sport to breathe, to be more than a flurry of fast rallies. We give room for players to demonstrate their mastery and for fans to engage deeply with the match. It's about preserving a legacy that has been cherished for generations, a legacy that values the richness of prolonged play over the convenience of a quick finish. We don't want the matches to finish quick. We want to share the experience. To the organizers, referees, and the governing bodies of table tennis, we urge you to consider the impact, please consider the impact of rushing games. It's not just about the minutes saved, it's about the memories not made, the excitement not felt, and the culture not celebrated. We all love these memories between the matches. We all want to be part of these memories when we are in a table tennis arena or even when we watch live streaming. We have an opportunity, my friends, to protect the integrity of table tennis, to keep it as a sport that captivates and thrills. Let's not squander that by speeding up the whole process for the sake of efficiency. Let's remember that table tennis is a lifestyle, a captivating interplay of endurance, strategy, and heart. And as we conclude, I invite every fan, every player, and member of table tennis community to raise their voice on this issue. Let's promote this thing for the sport we love, ensuring it remains a vibrant, strategic, and interesting part of our lives. Let's unite to keep table tennis true to its roots. Table tennis is a lifestyle, ensuring that each match is a full experience, not just a fast-paced moment. Thank you for joining this live stream, for sharing your passion, and for being an integral part of this conversation. Together, we can make sure that table tennis remains a sport, but not just played, but lived. And before we close, let me show you, thanks my sponsors, our sponsors. I'd like to thank our sponsors, and would like to play their video.
Thanks for subscribing and the overall support and love for our channel. Don't forget, you can always achieve your goals the Kuz way.
So I really hope you liked it, our new experience. We are doing our best. We try our best. I think yes. I'm sure basically you liked it. So until our next live stream, I would like to give my greetings and my best wishes to everybody. I hope you are all well. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your love. As you can see here, this is, I just placed the photo of our YouTube banner, but you see a referee, but basically the referee is passing the ball to the player, which is, for some players, is good, okay? But basically, I believe in the long term is not good for the sport, and basically it would create a problem for the sponsors and supporters in general. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your love, and all the best. Thank you, my friends. So we are ready to go. And as we close, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for everything.